Have you heard that phrase? One of these days I'm going to get help for my procrastination problem. Hey, this is Bert here, and I want to share this great book with you, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Get More Done in Less Time. Now, many of the things that Brian has shared over here is not rocket science, but it bears useful repetition and revising that we may start using. So Brian, of course, is a rock star. He has written so many books, and they've been used around the world for many decades now. And he's written the book The Psychology of Selling. He has written The Power of Self-Discipline, and his book Goals as well. So he specializes in training and development. He's been a keynote speaker, and he's an expert in multiple fields, which is what enables him to be so prescient and clear about his conversation on procrastination as well. So 21 years to eat a frog, that looks like a lot. Now, even as I read this book, I realized that I wasn't going to use all those 21, but I could pick some that work for me. So even as we go through this deck, I would like you to pick one that's connecting with you. So pay attention to what's going on and pick one that connects with you, because the way you start your day, the way you spend your time is so crucial. The first one, write it down. It sounds obvious, but really it isn't. We just do a mental checklist and the mental ink will fade. So think on paper, because written goals have got great power. What is the one thing that I should be doing today that really matters versus a long to-do list of stuff that I need to cover? This is another great one. Apply the 80-20 rule. Focus on the importance of the task, not on the number of tasks that need to be done. And Pareto made this rule many years ago about the 80-20 rule, when he noticed that 20% of things we do give 80% of the value. So your job is to find what is the important task I should do, not the number itself. Creative procrastination, number 3. We make time to get the big task done. What are the big things that I need to do? And really, I need to procrastinate on eating the smaller frogs, not the bigger ones. Prioritize. This is such a crucial one. When you make that list of things that you need to do, a great way to bucket is in the ABCDE method, which he talks about. 1 is important. Second is B is should do, C is nice to do, D is delegate, E is eliminate. There are other productivity experts like David Allen who actually just bucketed 3 ways, which is today, tomorrow, someday. And that's another great way of looking at it. Key point, prioritize what I should do today. And you'll start noticing E is a very key thing as well. What things have crept into your list that shouldn't be there? What should you be striking off? One task at a time. Here is something that I want to take a minute and bust this myth of multitasking. Just because computers are multitasking, people think that people also should be multitasking, and that is such a myth, because statistically we now know that there is up to a drop of 38% in productivity by multitasking, switching our head around from one to the other, never actually getting one thing done completely well. So focus on the one action that you can take, and honestly, have complete confidence that the next step will soon be clear. Upgrade your key skills. I couldn't have said this better, because for the simple reason is most people use the same old skills that they learned years ago and hope that it will do the job. The smartest thing is to sharpen your axe before you cut the tree. So upgrade your skills. What are the new things that you are learning, and put in the time to get better, in fact get way better. 7. Put pressure on yourself. Set deadlines on every activity. Does this task that I'm doing actually require 3 hours that I set for it, or does it need 30 minutes? And you actually find that if you put the clock on and have it in front of you, you actually find that it actually gets done, and you are creative, you enjoy the journey, and it's out of the way much faster as well. Nurture your energy. If you don't have the energy for it, you're going to take twice, thrice, even 10 times the amount of time to complete the job. And overworking is really not the smart thing to do, because productivity falls dramatically when you push yourself all the time because you really don't have the energy for it. So nurture yourself. Know the cycles of your energy. If you're a morning person, do the really important stuff in the morning. If you're an evening person, then do the really important things first in the evening. Motivate yourself into action. This is something that you really need to get, because a lot of people are waiting for somebody else to motivate them. It's not happening. You need to encourage yourself, build yourself up, speak to yourself, encourage yourself, coach yourself, because self-esteem is really the key to your motivation. How you feel about yourself, getting things done that really matter for you. Chunk up, chunk down. We actually use this as a tool when we're doing complex strategy work. You break up a large project into small pieces. So you chunk up to see the big picture, and then chunk down to a smaller section that needs to be done. And then honestly develop a compulsion to close that piece out. It's satisfying to know that you're making progress, and your little chunks are getting out of the way, and before you know it, the job is done. I hope you're watching this with your team, because here are some questions to consider. Which strategy connected with you and why? That's the first question that you should consider as a team. Which strategy connected with you and why did it resonate? The second thing is, what is the most important task for you today? Which is the one big frog you should be eating, and why is that the most important thing? And third, which are the small tasks you should be ignoring? What must be struck off your to-do list? Which small frog should you be ignoring? So 3 questions to consider. Which one strategy connected with you? Which is the most important task or the frog you should eat today? And what task or small frogs you should strike off from your to-do list? So that's it. Just do it, as good old Nike says, eat that frog. And yes, buy that book. I recommend that you should add this to your library, and it will make you a star at getting things done. This is Bert signing off, and thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll be with you soon with another book.